Welcome to Jimmy Bowen and Friends. Each week's episode features Jimmy Bowen and a special guest like Walker Montgomery, Riders in the Sky, and more. Today's guest is Gary Mule Deer. And now here's Jimmy Bowen.
First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a youngin's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind, but Mama tried. One and only rebel child from a family meek and mild, my mama seemed to know what laid in store. Despite all my Sundays learning, toward the bad I kept on turning, till Mama couldn't hold me anymore. And I turned 21 in prison during life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That was only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried. Daddy rest his soul, left my mom a heavy load. She tried so very hard to fill his shoes, working hours without rest, wanted me to have the best. She tried to raise me right, but I refused. And I turned 21 in prison during life without parole. No one could steer me right, but Mama tried, Mama tried, Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied. That leaves only me to blame, 'cause Mama tried.
Well, thank you and welcome to the show. We've got an exciting night tonight. We have a singer, songwriter, comedian. This gentleman has been around for years and entertaining the folks all over the country. And we are going to have a blast with him. Mr. Gary Mule Deer is here with us tonight. You're going to love Gary. He's going to be rolling in the floor. You guys hang with us, and we're going to break for a few commercials, and we will...
After these messages, we'll be right back.
There's more Jimmy Bowen and Friends coming up right after this.
Thank you.
Oh, welcome back. This gentleman here is taking time out of his busy schedule to be with us, and I've wanted him here. He's the funniest man I've ever known. I love what he does. I love his show. Please make welcome Mr. Gary Mule Deer.
Thank you. I'm also a member of the Grand Ole Opry.
I know you are, and we're getting ready to tell on that, too.
Thank you. Thank you.
Remember, that's a carrot now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
That is an honor. When were you inducted as
I was
a member?
inducted in 2023 as the 230th member into the Grand Ole Opry.
Member of the Grand Ole Opry. Woo!
Yeah. Marty Stewart invited me, and Vince Gill inducted me.
Man,
pretty cool. Yeah.
That is cool.
Oh, yeah.
What an honor.
Yeah, it's an honor.
What an honor. Man. Well, tell us about your background with comedy. How did you get into it?
Black Hills, Western South Dakota. I tried every job I could. I was about to enter my 7th year as a freshman at Black Hills State Teachers College in Spearfish, South Dakota. I was digging graves with a friend of mine for $50 a grave in the middle of the winter. And I thought, you know what? It's time to find a guitar, learn some chords, and try to get into show business. Yeah. And that's what I did. And my first night, I wasn't prepared. I knew 15 songs, maybe at the Buffalo Bar in Deadwood, South Dakota. My first song, I missed the B7th chord. So I told a joke. Everybody laughed. Well, everybody. There was only 8 people there. And then I tried to play another song, missed another B7th chord, told another joke. So B7th chord actually got me into show business. That and Jack Benny was my influence because I only had radio.
Everybody loves Jack
Yeah,
Benny.
we didn't have TV back when I grew up. No, I was all radio stuff.
Well, we're going to let you do your thing.
Okay.
Put your hands together for Mr. Gary Mule Deer, ladies and gentlemen.
Just out walking around the parking lot. It's windy out there. Taste of love is sweet when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child. Oh, but the fire went wild. I fell in. A couple of months ago, there was a knock at the door. I answered it. It was two Jehovah's Witnesses. I invited them in. We sat down on the couch. I said, well, what do you want to talk about? They said, we don't know. We've never made it this far before. Let it out, folks. Doesn't get any better. My grandpa used to say, listen, if we all liked the same things, everybody'd be after your grandma. Grandpa used to say some weird things. One time I said, Grandpa, what's the quickest way to get to the lake? He said, you walking or driving? I said, I'm driving. He said, that's the quickest. I make fun of Grandpa. Actually, Grandpa was pretty successful. He was a veterinarian and a taxidermist. I remember the sign said, no matter what happens, you'll get your dog back. My grandmother was really something. One time I said, Grandma, have you seen the little pill bottle lying around here? The label in big letters that says LSD? And she said, well, no, I haven't. And then she said, did you see that dragon in the kitchen? So one time Grandpa said to Grandma the reason God made man before woman, he didn't want any suggestions. Grandma didn't think that was very funny. No, not really. Hey, I got something on my mind. I haven't ever talked about this on a TV show. They tell us we're going to have self-driving vehicles, right? Yep. I can't wrap my head around this, but it's inspired me to write a country song. I haven't finished it. I'll tell you what it's about. It's about a guy whose dog stays, his wife stays, but his pickup leaves him. All right, there we go. Grandpa really hated Grandma's cooking. He said it got so bad there for a while, all the flies chipped in and got the screen door fixed. So one time I said, Grandpa, are you very political? Grandpa said, all politicians should serve just 2 terms, one in office and one in prison. All right, yeah. Let's do some politics. When I was a tiny Talibani, my mama would rock me down in Kabul in them old poppy fields back home. I was down with the Afghanistanis, just about a mile from the Pakistanis, in them old poppy fields back home, singing out, oh, when them poppy balls get rotten, you can't smell pure Oxycontin. You guys don't know this, do you? Okay, let's lighten it up a little bit. Something from a Walt Disney film with slight political overtones. Super frantic, unproductive, nothing legislation. Want to change your congressman, provide some lubrication. CEOs cannot complain of overregulation. Voters get what you deserve, great procrastination. From super PACs of unproductive, nothing legislation. There we go. Yeah. Thank you. Did you guys know that John the Baptist and Winnie the Pooh both had the same middle name? I'll wait. That turned out much better than I thought it would. I think every woman's dream is to have a man pick her up in his arms, carry her into the bedroom, throw her down on the bed, and clean the entire house while she sleeps. Yeah. Okay. Well, since my memory left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the... Been having trouble with my short-term memory lately, and my long-term memory, and my short-term memory too. Here's a word about Folgers coffee for senior citizens. The best part of waking up is just waking up.
Don't go away. Jimmy Bowen and Friends will be right back.
What do you think of Gary?
Thank you. Wow, great audience. Man,
Yeah, they're fun, aren't they?
this is a great place. I like it here. Yeah. You have rooms?
Now you've had the pleasure of working with a lot of comedy
man.
legends, haven't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Tell us some of your favorite experiences.
Well, I was roommates with Steve Martin for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, back in the 60s. Doesn't get any better than that. Not only being a great musician and a great comedian. David Letterman. I was on David Letterman shows. I think I did about a dozen David Letterman shows.
Yeah. Well, we're going to let you go on and do some more stuff for
All
us.
right.
What do you think?
Here I go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mr. Gary
yeah.
Mule Deer again.
Thank you. I heard the sound of Johnny Cash and Sun Records in the 1950s. I wanted to get into show business. I always did get to hear the sound of Johnny Cash and Sun Records. You guys didn't either. You don't realize, but in 1955 in Los Angeles, California, Frank Sinatra was working on a song that went something like this. I hear that train a-comin', doobie, 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 doo. That exact same time in Memphis, Tennessee, Johnny Cash was working on this song. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. Brenda Lee talked him into switching songs. Quick impression. Johnny Cash, theater in the round. I hear that train again. Yeah, I'm stuck in Folsom. How many people right now just like to rush the stage and slap me around a little bit? Oh boy. So this old guy's walking down the hall in this retirement home. He sees this door open. He walks in. There's this old lady standing there. He walks up to her. He says, I bet you can't guess how old I am. She says, I bet you I can. Drop your pants. He drops his pants. She says, you're 96. He said, gee, you're right. How did you know? She said, you told me at breakfast this morning. Six-year-old couple celebrating their 40th wedding anniversary. They're walking along a beach and a genie appears. I'm going to give each one a wish. Takes the wife to the side, says, well, wife says, you know, I've always kind of wanted to travel the world for a couple of years. Just like that, fistful of airline tickets, helicopter arrives, takes her off to a cruise ship. Genie turns to the husband and says, what about you? Husband says, you know, I've always kind of wanted a wife 30 years younger than me. Just like that, he was 90. So this lady's coming out of heart surgery, and she sees God standing at the foot of the bed. She said, am I going to die? God said, no, you have 30 more years. She feels so good after she recovers, she stays in the hospital. She gets liposuction, gets her breasts enhanced, gets her neck pulled up, gets an eyebrow lift, gets her nose fixed, and collagen in her lips. Walks out of the hospital, going across the parking lot. She gets hit by an ambulance. 2 days later, she's standing in heaven. She runs into God. She said, I thought I had 30 more years. God said, I'm sorry, I didn't recognize you. You guys have been in here a while. Let's see what's going on in the news. Nationwide SPCA clinic, dogs and cats spayed and neutered, $4. Senior citizens, $2.75. Marie Osmond fired as a spokesperson for Nutrisystem after testing positive for Hidden Valley Ranch dressing and Krispy Kreme donuts. God, speaking of donuts, president of Dunkin' Donuts died. They found him, his eyes were all glazed over. Over 1,200 cops at the funeral. And he was laid to rest in a box with 11 others. So wrong. So wrong. A recent study has found that women who carry a little extra weight around seem to live a whole lot longer than the guys that bring it up. And finally, in a recent poll, residents of Arizona were asked if they thought illegal immigration was a serious problem. 29% said yes it is, 71% said no es una problema serioso. Okay. I think I've gone on about long enough. I'll end with a parrot story. Can I end on a parrot joke? Lady walks by a pet store, sees this gorgeous parrot. She goes in and says, "How much for that parrot?" Owner said, $20. She said, $20? My God, it's beautiful. All that plumage, all those colors. Owner says, $20. She says, "What's wrong with it?" He said, "There's nothing wrong with it. I have to warn you, it was raised in a brothel." She said, "Well, for $20, I'll take my chances." Takes the parrot home, hangs it in the front room, goes in the kitchen, fills the water dish, comes back out, uncovers the cage. Parrot goes, "Ooh, pretty lady, pretty lady." About that time, her daughters walk in. The parrot goes, "Ooh, pretty girls, pretty girls." Her husband walks in. The parrot says, "Hey, Kevin."
We'll be back with more Jimmy Bowen and Friends in just a moment.
So welcome back. We're going to have another guest artist here up there. Occasionally during the seasons, we like to feature different aspects of the heart and soul of this deal up here on the stage. And this next gentleman, we're going to bring him up, Mr. Donnie Clark, singer extraordinary and writer. And he wrote this song. Gettin Back to Me. And he's going to do a wonderful job. Please make welcome Mr. Donnie Clark to the mic.
What about this great band up here, huh? It is an honor, complete honor to play with all these great musicians, with Jimmy and everybody. It's fantastic. This song has never been played before in front of anybody. So.
At 6 a.m. on Monday morning, there's so much I gotta do. Let me climb up the ladder. Yeah, it's lost a step or two. And as I go to work these days, I plan to steal away to get off the merry-go-round, take a 2-lane, slow it all down. Anywhere, nowhere, sounds so good to me. Not gonna tell anyone I know. Get in the car and go, go, go. No looking back, I know where I'll be. Oh, getting back to me. A 100 miles with no direction, and I'm right back at the start. I'm getting lost in mad reflection to find what's deep inside my heart. I don't know what's ahead for me, but I need to be and slow it all down. Anywhere to nowhere, yeah, that sounds so good to me. get in the car and go, 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 no looking back. God knows where I'll be. On the road, getting back to me. So get off the merry-go-round and take a two-lane and slow it all down. Anywhere, nowhere, it sounds so good to me. Not gonna tell anyone I know. Just get in the car and go, 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 no looking back. I know where I'll be. On the road, getting back to me. I'm on the road, getting back to me. Thank you so much.